And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. And buckle up, pack yourself a lunch, get a drink. This possibly could be the biggest weekly purchases of all time. So much stuff through the door, it's making my head spin. And I have seen a lot of big weekly purchases over the years. I'm looking at the amount of unboxings to do here, and even me, a guy that never gets overwhelmed, is feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But we'll get to it, and we'll do all of that. And of course, my wife, Angie, the mail girl, she is back this week for a special edition of the Mailbag, maybe a little concert review along the way, so stay tuned to that as well. But how about some housekeeping at the beginning right here? And we got two giveaways going on right now. Of course, it is the month of October. It is the spooky season. We got the giveaway for the month of October. One Patreon winner will get The Mummy and Frankenstein, of course, NECA Universal Monsters. Check out the video on the channel this week as I ranked my top 5 favorite NECA Universal Monsters, as we're going to do some spooky top 5s this month, some Halloween-themed top 5s, I figured. But we are giving this away to one Patreon winner. So check out the Patreon. Best way to support the channel. And I got to be honest, with all these figures that are coming here, I can't put them all up on YouTube at the same day. I just can't do that. You'll get so many videos ahead of time. There's probably about 6 videos going to Patreon about every single day. So check out the Patreon, support the channel, all that fun stuff. But last week, I totally forgot about this. Didn't even realize this till about midweek this week. But last week was the 1-year anniversary of my second YouTube channel, Kyle Peterson 2.0. So check out that channel if you have not already. Make sure you subscribe, as well as subscribing to this one there. But in honor of the 1-year anniversary, I am going to give away this Marvel Legends Captain America Sam Wilson figure. So we're going to give old Cap away to one viewer. Head over to Instagram this time. Last time we did a Twitter, the old school X, or X, the old school Twitter, you know what I mean. We're giving this away on Instagram. I will pick a winner in next week's weekly purchases. So head to my Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. Head over there, put in there, follow the rules. You'll see the post. You'll find the post. I'll stick it up there. Enter for your chance if this is your thing. Appreciate the support. Wanted to give back to everybody with the celebration of 1 year of Kyle Peterson 2.0. Once again, make sure you subscribe to both of those. So there's a little housekeeping here. One other thing to get to, of course, unfortunately, I know to the day of many of you out there, Mark Summers, Todd McFarlane have not returned to the couch. Last week, we had a little special guest over there. We had the Rizzler, we had Big Justice, we had AJ, we had the Costco guys on the couch last week, an all-timer with them last week. However, this week, they said, hey, we're doing a video, it's wrestling related. Could you show it on your channel for us? And I said, you know, Big Justice, AJ, even old the Rizzler out there, I'll do that for you guys. So let's roll what they sent in.
We promised you we had a huge announcement today, and here it is. We have a full video coming out later in the week, but we want to get this announcement to you as promised. We signed the contract today. We will be coming back for one more match. So I am wrestling one more match, and it will be for AEW, All Elite Wrestling. We don't know exactly when, we don't know exactly where, we don't know exactly who my opponent's going to be, but I am wrestling for one match at All Elite Wrestling. The contract is signed. Big Justice, how crazy is it? We're coming to AEW to bring the boom! What do you think, Big Justice?
It's really crazy because I know that you love wrestling, so I know that you're really excited, and I'm really excited too.
So now, everyone officially can say AJ and Big Justice are All Elite. So once again, the video's coming out later this week. We're right here at Barstool Sports. The contract was signed today. One match. I'm coming back. AJ and Big Justice to AEW. We're coming to bring the boom!
Oh, that was quite the video. I was feeling a little bit of boomage right there. However, I'm not done with the videos. You know what? I said they think they're all that. They're coming back for one last match. They're coming out of retirement. I said there's somebody else that needs to come out of retirement. And that got my brain spinning. And I said, what? You know what? I'm going to put an answer to their video. And you're going to see that right now. AJ, Big Justice, I heard the good news. You're coming out of retirement. Good for you. You're not the only one, though, that's coming out of retirement, as I got somebody. He's 6'8", and as they say, you can't teach that. My dad, and we're challenging you at AEW Collision, October 26th, to a chicken bake on a pole match. We're going to bring the Doom to you. So there it is. The line has been drawn in the sand. AJ, Big Justice, me and my bodyguard, all 6'8" of them. My dad, he's coming out. He's got one last round in him. We'll see you, hopefully, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, October 26th, AEW Collision. Either way, I'll be in the front row or so with a good friend of the channel, Jeff George, so look for us on TV there. But we'll see what happens there. More to come. And Rizzler, I'm not scared of you either, and I got a special person to take care of you if need be. Emmanuel Lewis on the couch, a.k.a. Webster. Maybe not, maybe so, but check it out. Costco guys, you're on the clock. You're on the clock. So there it is. Now that's the housekeeping. That's everything else. Now let's get down to it. Let's get down to the question of the week. All right, time for the question of the week. And if you want to be the question of the week, make sure you put your question in the comments down below. But we got the mail girl here already. Angie is back. I think this is like the 5th week you've been part of these questions of the week. And we appreciate your help. We need all the help in the world with these questions. So good to see you once again, Angie. Like I haven't seen you in a full week. And Angie and I have had a very, very busy week. 2 concerts this week. Maybe more than that if I guess you're counting opening bands. But Angie and I, just like old times, it was like it was 2005 all over again. We were at Clutch. Oh, we saw Clutch. Rival Sons, Blackberry Smoke were there. We had quite the time, huh, Angie? Mm-hmm. What'd you think of that show?
It was good.
It was good. It was. I like Clutch. I still like Clutch. We've seen Clutch many a times. But they are getting older, and I guess we all are getting older. And there wasn't as much movement jumping around as Neil just over a year, the last year or so. But he did have neck surgery, stuff like that. So
he couldn't even walk when we got home. His back hurt so bad from standing the whole show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're all getting older. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And I have had a back problem since last August. Just wild. It's wild when you're old. And I refuse to go see doctors. I refuse to do any of that. I just tough it out and just sit in misery every single day and complain to Angie. It's a great thing. I recommend it for everybody. But we saw Clutch a late night on Tuesday. But Angie, let's talk a little bit about our Thursday night concert going activities. You remember this one on Thursday? Angie was truly hot to go. She was hot to go, just like a regular Saturday night, really, around here. Angie's always hot to go, of course, for me especially. Sure. But we did go to Council Bluffs, Iowa, the West Fair Amphitheater for, I always mess up, Chapel or Chapel?
Chapel Roan.
We went to Chapel Roan.
Yeah, Midwest Princess Tour.
And I went, didn't I?
Kids loved it.
The kids and Angie went. What did I do, Angie?
Sat in the car.
I sat in the car. So I said, I'll drive you guys the 2 hours there, the 2 hours back. I said, you know what? I could sit in the car for the concert. I could just chill. I could sit there. I got videos to edit. I had work to do for my day job. I had notes to do for Toy News. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I got plenty of stuff to keep me occupied. And then, unfortunately, what happened, Angie?
Traffic.
We got stuck in traffic forever. And I knew traffic was terrible there. It's always been terrible. Last time I was there, I saw Clutch, actually, surprisingly. So it took forever to get there, but it was fine. You were there in plenty of time to see the show. Mm-hmm. I was sitting there. We were sitting there parked. I was doing my thing. And before you and Elle and Emma got out, I said, uh-oh, my cell phone does not work. I have no Wi-Fi. I have no connectivity. It just says SOS on my iPhone because 16,000 people at this show. So it was a packed house. So I was like, you better remember where we parked. You better remember because I'll be here and I'll have it fired up. I'll be ready to go because we got to beat the traffic out of here. So then what happens from there, Angie? How did that go? How was the show? I guess go into the show. Give us a minute or two, whatever, of how the show was and what you saw. A little review.
Oh, gosh. Lots of dancing. Lots of singing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Song and dance man, that's me, but you were a song and dance woman. So the kids, you had no problems, you saw good. Mm-hmm. It was the show you expected it to be for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Because I paid for like $16 for Clutch tickets, and you paid like, maybe both, I guess both, paid like $500 for these tickets here. So, and then there was merchandise on top of that. I think you got this zombie shirt there for me. That was really cool. Fulci movie. You ever seen this one? More on that in a second here. But it was good. So anything else about it? No. So very, very well money spent. She was just floored about it. I never saw a picture. I never saw a clip. I never saw any of that. So she was really, really loving that show. But the best part of the show for me was all of a sudden the hills came alive with not just music, people sprinting to their car because the show was over. And I was like, oh, those kids better be coming. Fired up the old car. Fired it up like a 1980 station wagon. Boom, that's what I did. No, or I pushed the button. But I was ready to go. I was hot to go out of there is what I was. And unfortunately, no sign of them. No sign of them. They kept trying to call me, but I couldn't pick it up because no signal. Even though I restarted my phone and I got signal for like 2 seconds and then it went away. It was horrible. Anyways, finally found you guys, pulled out of the spot, got into the street, and that's where I began to sit for 3 hours straight. Yes, you heard it right. 3 hours in one spot trying to get out of the parking lot. I thought I was going to kill myself. I really thought I was. It's like 10 o'clock at night, so we left at 4 o'clock, 2 hours on the road, sat there from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, waiting for them, finally got there, and then I'm like, all right, well, we got a 2-hour drive home, got work in the morning, kids got school in the morning. Terrible parents. Terrible parents. Anyways, sat there from 10 o'clock till 1 a.m. without moving. I'm like, what is this? What is going on? And the only thing I could think of, there was 4 different parking lots, and I think the sheriffs and everything, waving each parking lot out, and they chose ours last, of course. So, it was so bad. Oh, it was so bad. And then to make matters worse, all my videos were edited, all my work was done. I planned accordingly, but I couldn't do anything else if I wanted to because you had to watch. You never know when you're going to move. People trying to sneak in left and right. It was a disaster, an absolute disaster. But on top of that, everybody went to sleep within like 10 minutes of us parked there. So I'm sitting there by myself for almost 3 full hours, just sitting there with my own thoughts. It was such a hard time. And then finally got out of there after 3 hours, and it was a 2-hour drive home. So 2 hours driving at like 2 in the morning. Long story short, or long story long, left at 4 o'clock, got home at 3:45 a.m., up at 7:15, I think I was. So, and you were tired, the kids were tired, everybody was tired, but they had the time of their life. You wouldn't think it, but they did. And that's what I keep telling myself. They had the time of their life. So be happy, be grateful for all that. So, long story short, or long story long. So, but you would go again. You would. If she comes back, you're going to go again?
Yeah, we just need a new exit plan.
Need to figure it all out. So I've been wordy enough. Let's get to the question of the week. How about we get to the question of the week? All right, Angie, give it to us.
Not cornholio. Cornhole King, the best question of the week. Since it's almost spooky season, what is your favorite B or C 80s era horror movie, and why is it The Stuff?
There you go. So
What's
Angie doesn't know what The Stuff is. A lot of people don't know what The Stuff is, and I've seen The Stuff twice, I believe, and that was enough stuff for me. Very, very strange movie. It's even not... That would be a movie my daughter Emma would like, and you know Emma. You're aware of her. She lives here. She would like that. It kind of reminds me of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's like horror, but not really. But it is The Stuff, and you don't want anything to do with The Stuff. It's almost like Soylent Green. You know about that? See, I'm a class away from a minor in film, as many viewers know right here. So I'm throwing those deep things out there. But The Stuff, I've seen it twice. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but a lot of people would say that's their B or C era horror movie. Angie, I'm guessing, knowing Angie, and I know her well, she's my wife, she doesn't like horror movies really at all, and you could probably count on one hand your horror movie experiences probably for the most part. So you don't have any movie that you would even think of B or C. You would probably think Jason or Freddy, and that's like A stuff. So yeah. I don't even think you could throw something out there, but I will, and this is one I've talked about numerous times here on the channel. It is the only movie that truly scared me as a little kid. I've always loved the movie. It's terrible watching it all these years later, but when I was a kid, it just something about that. I wasn't scared of Jason. I wasn't scared of Freddy. I wasn't scared of Leatherface or the Universal Monsters, but I was scared of my friend Belial, and he was in the movie Basket Case. So Basket Case would have to be the top of the list for me. I always remember back to being a little kid, like just being very frightened of that. Watching it didn't give me nightmares and stuff, but kept me on the edge of my seat. So all day long, Basket Case. Basket Case, is it 2 or Basket? Is there a Basket Case 3? Do you know? You said, I didn't know there was one Basket Case, let alone 2 or 3. But there's the last one that is absolutely god-awful. I don't recommend that. They go to like a farm with like a family of basket. Horrible movie. Horrible. I had to watch it, though. Had to watch it. But Basket Case going to be my answer for that one, and Angie's going to step out. But Angie, here's an idea. Could we watch Basket Case together?
Oh, God, I guess.
Could you watch that movie? Maybe we watch it tonight, and next week maybe you could give a feedback on your thoughts on this movie. I don't know. Angie might not be able to sit through that one. I have a feeling. It'd be like me trying to sit through those Lifetime movies or Hallmark movies you like so much. It'd be similar to that, I do think. But Angie, we're going to throw a surprise in here, and I came prepared. We got a question for Angie. Jonathan Hodap, question of the week, how's Angie's Hocus Pocus collection going? And when do we get a tour of that collection? Oh, my
really
gosh.
This is it.
There it is. How's the collection going, Angie?
This is it.
That's her
I
collection.
haven't even unboxed it.
And you're back and forth. Are you gonna?
Well, the house is in disarray.
Are you gonna get the other guy on the back?
I don't know.
There's another guy on the back from the Hocus Pocus
I
collection.
can't remember what his name is. I'm blanking.
Oh my gosh! So I've never
something?
seen Hocus Pocus. Do I watch Hocus Pocus and you watch Basket Case and we see which is the better movie? And we give it a critical analysis here on the channel between the two?
Oh my gosh.
Or you're fine just watching Basket Case?
No, you should. If I have to watch Basket Case, you have to watch this.
I'll do it. I'll step up to the plate. I'm never scared of a challenge. I'm never scared. So we could maybe do that. But that's it for the Hocus Pocus.
This is it.
No more?
That's all.
Do you have anything to say about Hocus Pocus?
Iconic.
Is it like today's special? Do they ever say Hocus Pocus Alamagocus? Do they ever
It's
say
kind
that?
of one of those movies that you watch as an adult and you're like, oh, kind of lost the magic. It's not as good as when you were a kid, but
It's weird, and you know me, I've never liked a Disney movie. Ever since I was like 5 years old, I just turned my nose up on any of that kind of stuff. I just couldn't. It was like, just even as a 5-year-old kid, too corny for me. Just like Sesame Street, just like Mr. Rogers. I just, give me Zombie. Give me Zombie by Fulci. That's what I need. Somebody to get their eyes pierced and stuff. I need to see a zombie fighting a shark. That's my kind of movies when I'm a little kid, and that's my kind of movies right now. There you go. There you go. So no more Hocus Pocus. So it sounds like the collection ends right here. But sometimes you're a minimalist collector. Somebody's got to take it to the opposite end of the spectrum. And that'll be Angie right here. So there it is. That's the question of the week. A long mailbag here. Thanks everybody for listening in. And thank you, Angie, for joining us. And once again, you want to be question of the week, put your comments, questions in the comment section down below. Now we got to get down to it. The biggest weekly purchases of all time. All right, let's kick off weekly purchases. Not even sure how many rounds we're going to have. As I did say, one of the biggest weekly purchases of all time. So much stuff through the door this week. So many things hitting from all different companies that I collect and we talk about on the channel. So it's a big one right here. And really, I'm filming this on Saturday morning. Sunday, street date lifted on many other items. So next week could be just as big. Probably not, but it should be pretty big as well. So a lot to get to, multiple rounds as I said. So without further ado, let's get after it. But let's start first. I got a little gift in the mail from our friends over there at Jakks Pacific. And Jakks and I go way back, of course. But they sent me this Simpsons box. I have not unboxed this. I will do a separate unboxing on the channel to see what's in here. But very cool of Jakks to think of me and to send something like this my way. Of course, huge Jakks fan, huge Simpsons fan. The math all checks out. So I do appreciate them sending that my way this week. So shout out to Jakks Pacific. More on that sooner rather than later. But how about some wrestling? We're going to have multiple rounds of wrestling this week. From Ringside Collectibles, of course, got the Imperium 2-pack. Headbangers supposed to be here on Monday this week. So look forward to those on the channel very soon. I did pick up another Bruno Sammartino. If you guys saw my Hulk Hogan Mean Gene unboxing recently, I grabbed the head off Bruno, put it on Mean Gene. I'm planning on getting another Mean Gene figure and doing the head swap. I want an announcer, Bruno Sammartino. That's my plan right there. Unboxed already on the channel this week, Tiffany Stratton. So hopefully you enjoyed that unboxing. And then also got the Royal Rumble Wave. Already unboxed these on the channel this week, so check out the videos if you want. Of course, Great Khali is the Build-A-Figure. Unboxed all these this week, but they technically came this week. I've had a very busy work week, and I went to a couple concerts, as we talked about earlier. So I had to really work around with some of these unboxings, trying to get them in when I had the time. Always a battle of time, and we always know what is time. Nobody surely knows. Nobody surely knows. But we're not done there. How about a little Planet of the Apes, Gorilla Soldier? Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker for the Planet of the Apes. One of my childhood memories was watching this back in the day. Loved the Planet of the Apes. Loved it so much. Got another Gorilla Soldier, because you got to army build these Gorilla Soldiers. Got 2 of those right there, and then I said, what the heck? What's one more? Let's display all 3 heads. So I got 3 Gorilla Soldiers this week, starting to hit Target stores right now if you're after them. How about a little bit more army building? We already unboxed them on the channel, but I got a second sniper there from our friends over at DJC Collectibles. Picked that up. And I also picked up the old, a Halo Altitude Low Opening Jumper, of course. And we unboxed him on the channel as well. Somebody was giving me flack in the comments for this, saying, how dare you basically not display him with the parachute? I said, I'm going to put that parachute away. It'll never be displayed. That's a shelf killer, that parachute. And I'm not going to hang him from the ceiling. I'm not doing that. And as I always say, it's your collection. Do what you want with it. But he was taking me to task for not displaying him with all that kind of stuff. And just not possible. It's not possible. I guess anything's possible. But not my collection, it's not. And that's the fun of having your own collection. You've already saw this unboxing on the channel as well. It's an empty box. No, it's Raptor. We already unboxed him on the channel. Check out that video if you did miss that. Mattel Creations coming in hot this week. We got there it is, Demo Man. I almost called him Demolition Man. Got Demo Man through the door this week. Looking very good. Haven't unboxed it yet. Gonna need to get to that. Of course, got one for my Min-On card collection. You know, I'm a Double Up Club member on the Origins. And the cartoon collection. So I did get Spikor and Clawful unpunched this week. We already unboxed the loose ones on the channel. Now I got the unpunched ones for my collection. Shout out David C. Anderson for the assist on those. And that is round number 1 of weekly purchases. We got a couple more rounds to go, so let's get to it. All right, time for round number 2, and I think this will be the first time in channel history that I'm going to run out of table space for the weekly purchases. I'm looking at another round at least after this one. It's going to be jam-packed full. So let's dive into it. We're going to the Strange Tales wave. We got the old Weapon of Vengeance right here, old Wolverine. We got this one. Of course, I did get these at DJC Collectibles as well. Got Bloodstorm, of course, Storm as well. Got Dracula, perfect for the spooky season, as we know. Absolutely love the packaging on these. Can't wait to dive into this entire line. We got Marvel's Lilith, not to be confused with the Addams Family Lilith, of course. We got Moon Knight, no stranger to the collection. Moon Knight. And then we keep on going. Damian Hellstrom, right there. Strange Tales building out. And last but certainly not least, we got Brother Voodoo. I knew a Brother Voodoo one time. I used to wait in line for pizza with him back in the day. So shout out to that Brother Voodoo as well. Looking good right there. It's got the Strange Tales wave. But we're not done with strange things. How about a little Doctor Strange? Got Doctor Strange. And of course, Marvel's Wong. Not to be confused with any other Wong out there. We got those through the door. Got the Punisher War Journal, a favorite comic of mine back in the day for Punisher and the Bushwhacker. Got him through the door this week. And we're not done. Got the Amazon exclusive Marvel's Destiny and Rogue through the door this week. And we're not done there. How about Deadpool, a.k.a. Venom Pool? I was on the fence on this one. We'll see what all the fuss is about right here. Might be giving this one to my daughter, or maybe the old one to my daughter. We'll see how that shakes out there. Got them through the door. And we're not done. We got one more Marvel Legend. Big week for Marvel this week. I finally did get around to getting Jean Grey and the Phoenix Force. So I got this one as well. So a lot of Marvel Legends to get to. So many unboxings to come, folks. This is enough stuff to take me to the end of the year, it feels like, almost. We'll see. Now, I got this one. I've been very excited about this one since I first saw it at San Diego Comic-Con. It is NECA. It is those no-good Ben Cooper kids, but it is the Stripe costume. And I did see the Beetlejuice. I saw the Alien there. I passed on those. I don't think I'm going to pick those ones up. Maybe if there's a hot deal, but those don't excite me too much. Even Gizmo and the Gremlin doesn't excite me too much. However, this one as Stripe really does for me because I was probably 4 or 5 years old, and maybe even younger than that. Maybe I was 3. I had this exact Halloween costume as a kid. I'm trying to dig up the picture to find it, but very, very sentimental, very nostalgia driven on this one right here. So very cool to see this one at my local Target store, so I had to pick that up. I couldn't pass that up. One I kind of went back and forth on a couple of times, Lion-O Super 7 Ultimate, the Target one that are hitting right now. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. I guess we'll unbox it and we'll talk a little bit more in depth about that one. Finally this week, starting to come across these in the market. Platinum Edition Blue Spawn. Of course, the first version was with Todd McFarlane in that 2-pack. An all-timer of a figure. Say what you want about Todd and me and our relationship right now. I still love his figure from this year. Had to get that one as well. And of course, my daughter, a massive Chucky fan, I ended up picking up the Christmas version of Chucky. So I got this one. We'll probably unbox it this month on the channel. We're trying to do some of the horror, spooky stuff I've been saving up. We're getting to some of that between this YouTube channel and, of course, Kyle Peterson 2.0. A lot of videos going over. A lot of the videos here are going to have to go over because there's so much content going on right now. Not done with NECA. World Slavery Tour, Iron Maiden. I'll be seeing Iron Maiden on October 22nd. Be there or be square up in Minneapolis. I will be hitting that leg of the tour. Good friend of the channel, Jeff George, flying in for that one as well. We'll see you guys and gals there. How about that? Shout out to Iron Maiden. Shout out to the 80s. Shout out to Alf. I rolled my eyes on this one as well. We'll see if there's any good fuss with this, but Alf back in the game with NECA. This is our third or fourth Alf at this point. I think it's our fourth Alf, if I'm not mistaken. So keep pumping out the Alfs. I guess I'll keep buying them is what's going on. And then we got more NECA. Black and white Nosferatu. Perfect for Halloween as well. So I got this one. We saw this at San Diego Comic-Con not too long ago. So some of that stuff finally starting to hit the market we're seeing here today. And then another NECA pack. I found the Punk Frogs, the 2-pack here from the Turtles. Just found this one as well. So more Ninja Turtles coming. Not a big fan of this one either. I needed it for my collection. I am complete on here. But it's funny, if you saw NECA's post this week about this one, you'll get a good chuckle out of it, I'm sure. But it's like, for the completist only is what they even said. So very funny there. But we're not done with Ninja Turtles. Perfect segue. We got Punker Dawn, latest and greatest Super 7 Ultimate Editions, of course, right there. Not done. Michelangelo. Got him in this set as well. We're not done there. We got another big boy right here. We got Robotic Bebop. So we're going to get to that. And then last but not least, oh my gosh, big old Triceraton as well. So another wave of Super 7 Ultimates. Of course, Kyle Peterson 2.0 channel. Mythic Mondays, unboxing Mythic Legion stuff on Mondays. Tuesday, though, Turtle videos. There's always Turtle videos. So we got some new Turtles to unbox in those videos. But now we got to make room. We got to head over to round number 3. All right, third and final round of weekly purchases. Pretty sure I'm going to be blocked out here very shortly, but let's dive into it here. How about another Ninja Turtle WWE crossover? Rey Mysterio, already unboxed it on the channel. Check out the review if you did miss that. Got him this week through the door. How about a little bit of a Build-A-Figure Howard Finkel wave? We got Seth Rollins, part of the WrestleMania wave. Bret Hitman Hart, part of that wave as well. Bianca Belair, another part of that. And last but certainly not least, it is the year of Hulkamania. Got Hulk Hogan this week through the door. So we'll be unboxing those sooner rather than later. A lot of stuff to get to, as I've said. And we're going to keep on going with WWE Elites. How about Jim the Anvil Neidhart? Who? Yeah, you know who too. A 2-in-1 figure. And of course, 2-in-1 means you got to get 2 figures. Got 2 of those Jim Neidharts through the door. This week here. Hulk Hogan, just say his name and he'll appear like a young Joe Hendry. Got the Hulkster here in WrestleMania 8, I believe is what that one is. How about old Farouk, ready to go, ready to lead the nation. Regular edition Farouk right there. It's true, it's true. I got Kurt Angle too, so I got Kurt Angle through the door. Street date is today if you're watching this on Sunday, so be on the lookout at your local Target store if need be. Not done yet. Did get the Fan Takeover Seth Rollins Ultimate. Put that video up Saturday morning. Check that one out if you missed it. I had his cape, or not his cape, his feathers upside down in the video. You can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. But you can be perfect in the chase department. How about a Vader chase? Of course, the new Ultimate Target Vader right there. And then, of course, the regular edition for Vader. So got both Vaders from Target. Ready to go, ready to rock and roll, ready to strut and stroll along the way as well. Not done. KWK, of course, retro line. Got Yoshi Tatsu. Got Yoshi Tatsu. Got Yoshi Tatsu. Uh-oh, we're blocking it out. We're blocking the sun out. And got Yoshi Tatsu. All 4 variant editions from KWK in Yoshi Tatsu. How about that? Can I hide through here? Can I hide through this little hole here? Maybe I could, but got all 4 versions of Yoshi Tatsu. I'm really enjoying this retro line. I know not everybody loves Yoshi Tatsu. He's not a tip-top guy for a lot of people, but I am really enjoying these figures from the KWK brand. Strongly recommend them. La Resistance pre-order still going on right now. Check it out if you need to. And I think I got one thing left, and we're going to finally bring this to an end, and maybe I saved the best for last here. I give a special shout-out to good brother, longtime viewer of the channel, Tim Lando Merritt for hooking me up with something. I sent him one of these mint on card, and he got an autograph for me. What is it? It's the Three Faces of Foley. Of course, Mick Foley, Dude Love, and Mankind, all signed there by Mick Foley himself. Of course, my pizza friend, Mick Foley, as he's known in many circles. But Tim Merritt got that done for me. I really do appreciate it. I'm not a huge autograph guy. I don't got a lot of autograph stuff in my collection. I've never just really been about it, except for a few cases. I have an Ultimate Warrior autograph. I got a Ric Flair. I got a Terry Funk. I got this one here, and that's about it. That's about all I really want and need. Foley's always been a favorite of mine. Always wanted to get the old BCA done. I never got that done. Well, now I got this one in my collection. So old Lando Merritt out there doing the Lord's work is what he's doing. And I've got a lot of work to do, as you can see here with weekly purchases this week. I got a lot of work to do. It's overwhelming, as I did say earlier, but going to be a lot of fun too. So stay tuned to the channel for all these unboxings and a whole lot more. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as I always say, and the other channel. And don't forget that other channel. We got a giveaway on Instagram going on right now. Head over there if you want to participate in that free giveaway. Of course, don't forget to like this video, and like I said, subscribe to both YouTube channels. Check out the Patreon for early content, bonus content, you name it, a lot going on over there. Check out my book, now available on Kindle. It is the complete guide to the WWE Jakks Classic Superstars series. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram. And of course, what did you pick up this week? Let me know in the comments down below. And you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling to some unboxings.